Так, мы продолжаем, значит, нашу белую туфельку смерти. Там вроде немного должно остаться. Хотя я не в курсе. Ой. Вроде посадили уже всех. Насколько я помню. Так, надо позвонить.
Phelps, 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an APB out on a yellow cab, number 3591. Ask dispatch to relay all sightings to car 11K.
No problem. I'll get on the radio.
Were there any incident reports filed in the vicinity of Barron's Bar on North Beaudry Avenue? We're tracking a sailor who was involved in a fight outside the bar.
I can check the reports, Detective. I have a message for you from Captain Donnelly. Message reads, James Jessup, U.S. Navy able seaman, has information relevant to your case. Jessup is currently being detained at Central Station.
Could be our man. Thanks for your help. Road has socks in it.
Так, ну пошли сейчас в машину сядем и решим, куда мы поедем. Ну давай в центральное отделение.
Car 11K, we have a response on your APB regarding yellow cab number 3591. The vehicle has been identified at a gas station. Now heading west on 7th Street.
Ладно, пошли желтое такси.
Garage on 7th Street. Let's hit it, Phelps. The cab driver might tie this whole thing together.
I hope you're right.
Any Century unit, a possible 415.
You see our taxi
Noire
anywhere?
Street Plaza, unit AM, code 3, identified.
Сейчас найдем мы такси наше.
Yellow cab number 3591, sighted at the corner of Wilshire and Whitford. Repeat, Wilshire and Whitford, 11K.
Where's that cab got to now?
Они что, изменили, что ли? Да нет, вроде. А, оно движется, походу. А, ну он. А, это еще по точечкам ехать. Блядь. Ну тихо ты.
3591, that's him there, Phelps. Hit the siren.
LAPD, we're investigating a
What's that
murder.
got to do with me?
The fare you picked up from Barron's Bar last night. What was the woman wearing?
It's a green dress. Oh, don't tell me something's happened to her.
Tell me about her.
She was with this sailor, and he was all over her. She wasn't having any of it. Said she just wanted to dance. But he had that look in his eye.
Where did you drop them off?
It's at the Crystal Ballroom.
What time?
After midnight. 12:30? Something like that.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
Well, that's gonna ruin my day.
Че испорчено-то?
All units also needs help. 415 and shots fired. 313 Bunker Hill Avenue. 313 Bunker Hill Avenue. Unit to handle code 3 identify.
Ну поехали в отделение полиции теперь. Так, высадили у Хрусталя, значит. Да ебать
Just go
вас.
easy, Phelps.
Иди быстрее. Воу-воу-воу. Да ебать вас. Как вы заебали-то уже тут ездить. Реально отключить бы эти машины нахуй.
All units also needs help. 415 and shots fired. 313 Bunker Hill Avenue. 313 Bunker Hill Avenue. Unit to handle code 3 identified.
You want to leave that one to the uniform, that's fine. Let me go out.
That price is outrageous. I want to make homicide. I mean, you know.
He's in interview too. Thanks. What do you make of him?
Sailor on furlough who looks like he's in trouble and knows it.
Mouthpiece sort of stripped off me at the grand jury.
Так, она, по-моему, там, насколько я помню. Ага. Да.
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. We know why you're here, Jessup, so it would be best if you answered our questions truthfully.
I don't want any trouble, that's why I'm here. I heard on the radio about this lady getting killed. I got leave from my CO to come down straight away.
So why did you kill her?
I didn't kill anyone. Look, you need to believe me.
Let's start at the beginning.
Ну
You went to
давай.
Barron's Bar. What time did you arrive?
I got a 24-hour pass. I got there around 7.
That's where you met Teresa Terrellson?
Sure, we had a couple of drinks.
Ну, согласен.
And you started talking.
She looked good in her green dress. Up close, she was a little older than I thought, but like I said, I only had a 24-hour pass.
Чё неправильно-то? Сука.
You had a fist fight with Richard Bates over Mrs. Terrellson.
You met the guy? He's a creep. You should take a look at him for this.
He's pointing the finger directly at you, Jessup.
I only had one night before I was back in the tub. He had all the time in the world to look for some action. I belted him. I'd do it again. She was better off with me.
Sure. You're a shining example of chivalry, Jessup. If your story doesn't
это
check out,
угадал.
Jessup, we're hanging you out to dry. Can you put the guy in two in a cell and inform the commander?
Sure, detective.
Так, еще морячок.
Got a message for you. Sighting of your disfigured hobo on Grand between Temple and Sunset. And it looks like the Beau has a record too. He's wanted in connection with 2 female assaults.
Thanks.
Need a drink. I got the
Ой, бля.
word abbreviation.
Ну, погнали бродягу искать.
3 suspects in the can and 1 on the hoof. Still no hard evidence on any of them.
Блять.
to car 11K. 11K, come in.
Да отъебись ты.
11K, go ahead.
Patrolman reporting that Bobby Ross's car game is breaking up at midnight.
11K, roger that. Plenty of time to get downtown.
It's possible. Have them bring him in.
KGPL, we have Lars Terrellson picked up.
11K, roger. All units, officer needs help. Bank of America 7th and Olive. Officer needs help. Bank of America 7th and Olive at 211 in progress and shots fired. Unit to handle code 3 identified.
Ух, ебать, с дробашом идет.
LAPD, we'd like a word with you.
Save it for someone who's interested. They're fascists. Come to move us on and
Ебать.
steal what little we have left.
6 rounds won't get us far.
I need you to stay focused. We need to hold out the cavalry.
How do we do that?
Like this.
Buckshot, shoot you down, Phelps.
Ебать, а я в рукопашку.
We need to fight
Your
for it.
disciples know what you did, lad?
А, ну,
What's your name?
тоже неплохо. А, сейчас ствол достал.
We'll
Молодец.
find out from your personal effects.
Stuart Ackerman.
You're under suspicion for murder, Ackerman. We're taking you downtown.
You can't do anything more to me than what the Japanese have already done.
Я уже думал, стреляться сейчас будем. А тут не быстро.
Gremlin's over here.
О, газета.
Boss is doing fine.
Ну давай посмотрим.
Still working, Jack. I'm off to the Lighthouse Club in Santa Monica.
Hello, Jack.
Mr. Benson, this is Courtney Sheldon. He's a buddy of mine from the war.
Well, I'm sure you two will want to polish some old war stories. Good evening, Jack. Mr. Sheldon.
Good night, sir. Take a seat, Courtney.
We need your help, Jack.
I told you I would have nothing to do with that.
I'm fine too, Jack. Medical school's going well. I got a part-time job.
Do dope peddlers need part-time jobs?
We made a mistake and we're in trouble, Jack. A local gangster, Mickey Cohen, is putting on the squeeze.
So hand it over, walk away. What's stopping you?
We had a deal with them that they would dole it out slowly. They said they would supply abortion clinics and doctors, but they've been moving it on to addicts, and they can't cope with the purity.
So your problem is with gangsters being dishonest.
My problem is that people are dying, and that if this gets back to us, we'll all end up in jail.
So how am I supposed to help, Courtney? This isn't the war. I can't just wave a magic wand and clean up your mess.
We want you to negotiate, Jack.
The only thing these guys understand is force, Sheldon. They got to the top back east by proving to be more vicious than the English, the Irish, and the Dutch. They make their own laws. That's the nature of a secret society. God's sake, Courtney, you want to be a doctor. How can you fight with that?
We are better trained, Jack.
I didn't make it through the war to come back to this kind of shit, Sheldon.
Ну, посмотрели газету. И ладно. В принципе, напали. Опа-на.
Looks familiar. Safe bet it'll match the mark under Teresa Terrelson's chin.
Ага. А, то есть я мог и свалить, и предъявить ему нечего было бы. Так.
dancer.
Вот Экермана и посадим. Вот и определились.
Husband has an alibi, but no real motive other than neglect. Jessup's alibi checks out. Bates is a recidivist. He'll be pulling the same stick until we put him away for good. Ackerman has history, opportunity, hard evidence. What motive?
We have the evidence. We know she was here. All we need is a confession, and we can charge the bum with murder.
Стоите, твою мать. Я промазал. Ладно, с той стороны подъеду.
That's that cop. Seems like a decent
Going
guy.
this way.
Куда?
Ackerman, you were in the Marines.
О.
How do you know? The Corps selected big guys for flamethrower duty. That's how you got the burns.
Life expectancy was 5 minutes for a guy in flamethrower detail. What kind of a government puts weight like that on a man's shoulders?
You'll get no argument from me. It was a heavy load.
You feeling sorry for this smelly fuck?
Why did you kill Mrs. Terrellson?
I have no recollection of the people I have killed.
Так, что у меня есть? Время, отпечаток. Давай сомнения.
You hate women, Ackerman?
More than you could ever imagine.
How much did you hate Mrs. Terrellson?
I ache to put my seed in them. Afterwards, I have no use for them.
О, угадал.
The
Так.
bus driver dropped Mrs. Terrellson near your camp around 2 a.m. Why did you take her up to the hill?
Which hill? I have many places. I go where I please.
Так, а тут ему что предъявить? Бля, давай интуицию включим. Бля, чё, истина? Ну давай,
Tell
истина.
us that you killed Mrs. Terrellson, Ackerman. It's your only chance for help.
Why would anyone help me?
Блять, не
Stuart
угадал.
Ackerman, I am charging you with the murder of Teresa Terrellson.
Сука, все-таки сомнения.
A man down on his luck I can abide. But a filthy red who chooses to live outside the rules of society, I cannot stomach. Maybe poor Threes of Tarleton will provide the catalyst we need. I've spoken to the chief and the mayor, and I think it's time we send some men in to remove the godless and send them on their way over the county line. A grand day that will be, gentlemen. And a grand result you have brought me. You two are fast becoming my finest crusaders.
Ну, вроде не орал. 8 из 17. Бля. Если бы жертву удалось опознать иным способом, вам бы не пришлось носиться по всему городу. Сука. Ладно. Но дело закрыли. Уже неплохо.
And now my heart's a blazing ruin. You say that you were only fooling. Don't walk away. Don't do me wrong. Don't leave me singing this torched song when I'm burning.
Of course we will look into it. Yes, I'm aware that it's an election year. Keep a hold of your hat, Counselor. Now is not the time to lose your nerve. It would appear that someone has hocked a rose gold wedding ring and matching engagement ring. Sound familiar?
Deirdre Muller.
Press the pawnbroker and see what you can find out. The address is 348 South Main Street. The Muller case goes before the grand jury next week, and the DA does not want any egg on his face. Then get out to the railroad depot on Santa Fe Avenue. We have another poor unfortunate found this morning beside a railroad line. A 40-year-old white woman.
Right, Skipper.
Ага. Сразу два дела. Шмальнуть ломбард.
Another body and Deirdre Muller's ring. The Emperor may soon have to come to terms with the fact that he's wearing no clothes.
Exactly. Did you get that book of riddles?
И на точку смерти поехать.
Yeah, what your old man paid college tuition for?
Ну давай с ломбардом разберемся.
You've got to admit, this is looking odd.
Anyone could pawn a ring.
But if you take it along with all of the other indicators...
Cole, Hugo Moeller was identified by the school's ground. He's our guy.
Witnesses have fingered the wrong guy before.
He ran, for God's sakes.
And he always maintained he was set up.
Any central unit, car 16F reports a possible jumper at 8th and Hope, the Methodist Church. Unit to handle code 2 identified.
Так, поворачиваем. Да чтоб тебя. Где ты? Давай. Включайся ролик. О.
How can I help you boys?
Detectives Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. You have a rose gold wedding and engagement ring?
David Bremner. Am I gonna get something for this pledge? Gave that bum money, now you guys are gonna leave me short.
How much did you give him?
$50?
Try another number.
20?
Try 10. Feel lucky you're getting it.
I have the rings right here.
Так. И чё они от нас хотят?
What's this mark here?
Maker's mark. Usually traceable. That one came from Hartfield's Jewelry down on Broadway.
Thanks for the tip.
Ну ладно. А это?
Does this mark mean anything?
Hallmark. Gives you an idea of the quality.
Ну окей.
What have you got on the guy who brought these in?
Goes by the name of Percy B. Shelley. Gave an address. 15 Poland Street, London, Tulare County.
Can you give us a description of the man who pawned these rings?
Not sure. Medium height, medium build. Dark hair, I think. Sorry. He just had one of those forgettable faces.
We'll be in touch, Mr. Bremner.
Ох, ебать. Понятно. Это будет долгое расследование. Я уже чувствую. Ага. Ну ладно. Что, просто подробности узнали и все? А кататься мы не будем?
We have a problem.
We could have the local troopers check out the Tulare County address.
Мы поехали на место преступления. Возможно, это как-то завяжется вместе.
How
do you figure that?
Percy Bysshe Shelley wrote the poem that came from the Dahlia letters. The Dahlia letters are genuine. The man who killed Elizabeth Short may have also killed Deirdre Mullen.
And how do we prove that, Phelps? Skipper ain't gonna like this one.
We're gonna have to rely on this guy tripping up his vanity.
All units in the vicinity in any Central unit. The 211 is shots fired 410 South Flower Street. Units that can handle code 3 identified.
Вот как машинки прорисовываются. Так, стопы. И как мне туда попасть? Ну, видимо, вот так. Давай, братишка. Ну. Ага, во. Ну, с другой стороны подъехал, ничего страшного.
We should keep this development with the rings under our hat until we speak again.
We're all on the same team, Rusty.
Chain of command, Phelps. The skipper will decide who needs to know. Got it?
I get it, Rusty. Hard, isn't it?
Yeah. I look after all the rail depots.
What have you got?
The Negro, Nelson Gaines, called it in. I came down here to make sure him and the other guy, Jameson, stuck around.
Jameson found the body?
Something like that. Guy makes me sick.
We'll talk to the coroner. Keep an eye on both of them.
Так, ну давай посмотрим. Сумочка. Как обычно. Сейчас напихает информацию.
We could go over to the lot and see what they know about her.
That's gonna be difficult, Cole. Keystone Studio lot closed back in 41.
Так, а это что? Много буквок. Так, адрес есть. Смотрим.
Hey, can you give me a hand? I got a hard case I need to break.
Someone was trying to get her to come home.
Ладно. С этим у нас все. Ну и что за бар?
Maybe someone at Mensch's will remember her.
Понятно.
This is a chit for personal items, not booze. It's an angle worth investigating.
Ну ладно.
Smell?
Very good. There is the usual evacuation smell, but it appears she's been living rough for quite some time.
Very strong smell of alcohol.
Well, the autopsy will tell, but I would assume that she was inebriated.
Another missing ring.
Еще колечко.
Can you be more exact about the time of death?
No later than 2 a.m. The state the body was in, a 1 or 2 hour window is the best I can do.
Так, а тут у нас что-нибудь есть? Нет. Тут у нас отлично все. Ой, снизу ничего нет. Ладно. Да поговорить хочу.
White female, approximately 40 years of age, lipstick smudges on the face, but no writing, at least nothing legible. A blunt force trauma to the temple, nose, and eye regions. Ligature marks point to the probable cause of death being strangulation.
Any idea of the time of death?
From her temperature, after midnight would be my guess.
Так, отчитался дядька. Вот чё, а ты чё нашел? А ты нихуя ничего не нашел, да?
What are you thinking, Ray?
The city keeps tossing us dead bodies. We're just running to catch up.
Согласен. Ну ладно, пошли общаться.
Detective Phelps and Galloway, homicide. Can you tell me exactly what happened?
We were shunting cars over to the main line when I saw this man here lying on top of this woman. The woman wasn't moving and seemed to be in a bad way.
What time was this?
About 7:30 this morning, sir.
Thanks for your help. Have you given Patrolman Hart your details?
I have, sir.
Thank you. You can go now.
Ну, заебись.
Looks like we might actually have a couple of witnesses this time. Get their statements.
Охуительно помог. Так, где телефон? Что вот это здесь? Ну давай звонить. Уточнять адрес, походу.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address on Levine's Liquor. Closest store to the Santa Fe Avenue rail yard, if possible.
Just a moment, Detective. Closest store would be the one at 939 South Hope Street.
Thanks.
Ну все, поехали. А с местом преступления еще не закончено, да? Давай винный магазин.
Read that those goddamn Chinese want to sell the relief food that we're sending them?
Yeah, I read about that.
These people are starving. They can't do that.
They want to sell the food to fund the civil war against the communists.
Really? Guess that's okay then.
Armies can't fight without food.
Это я не проеду здесь.
But you still have to have the will to fight. Fortunately, the Reds will win in China.
Watch your mouth. Know what you're saying?
The people of this country
Вон, поехали в объезд.
think the Chinese will balk at an emperor if they are starving?
Any Central Unit, 459 suspects to be taken into custody at the trolley station on Lucas Avenue. Stand by for further.
Диспетчер, отстань. Ладно, поехали дальше. Угу. Повернуть. Блять, сломал чуть-чуть. Ничего страшного. Винный магазин. Ну пошли спрашивать.
What can I do for you? LAPD, Phelps and Galloway. We're making inquiries into the murder of Evelyn Summers.
Evelyn? She's dead?
You knew Evelyn Summers, Mr.
Robbins. Yes, I knew Evelyn. I was a good friend of her ex-husband. She kept some of her stuff here.
Can you show us, please?
Sure. Come this way.
What just happened?
Так,
Got
шмотки.
some fine stock here, Mr. Robbins. Well, you let us take some for the road, this case might get solved a lot quicker.
He's joking, Mr. Robbins.
She kept a bed here, but I probably shouldn't have let her. An alcoholic in a liquor store, that was never going to work out.
Так.
We'll take a look around. She wasn't always such a loner.
Угу.
Evelyn was reading Aristotle?
Evelyn wasn't stupid. The only stupid thing about her was her need to drink.
Ага, еще открыть можно. Давай откроем.
And she was borrowing books from Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Так, здесь все, ладно. Это что запал?
Guessing Evelyn hadn't held down a job for quite some time before she was killed.
Не крутится. А это что?
When exactly did Evelyn work in the pictures?
A few years ago. She worked in legal copyrights for music.
Угу. Ну, кегель мне уж не особо-то нужно. Красивая фотография. Но тут вроде больше ничего нету. Пойдем еще раз с ним пообщаемся.
We're trying to account for Evelyn's movements yesterday.
She came by in the morning.
A social visit? To pick up some of her things?
Got a couple of bucks and bought a quart of rye.
Ну да, была
Any idea where the
пьяная.
money came from?
She didn't mention it. But she did say the booze was a present for a boy. She said they had been fighting and she had to make it up to him.
Were you and Evelyn close, Mr. Robbins?
Many people will be sad she's gone. I'll be one of the few.
Давай сомнения,
When
хуй
Evelyn
с
bought the
тобой.
booze, did she say who she was meeting or where she was going?
A young drinking friend of hers, I think. Don't recall his name.
Сука, не угадал.
Do you know a friend of Evelyn's by the name of McCaffrey?
Not personally.
We're struggling for leads, Robbins. Did she know McCaffrey?
She idolized him. From what I gather, the feeling was far from mutual. He seems to peddle a revolutionary stance, fixing the ills of society. You could see how it would appeal to down-and-outs like Evelyn.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Robbins.
Ну, угадал. Отлично.
Hey, I'd like to make arrangements for the funeral. You think I could get in touch with Evelyn's mother?
Put in a call to the watch commander at Central Station, Mr. Robbins. He'll be trying to reach the next of kin.
Thanks. Get the guy, huh? Evelyn never hurt anybody.
Верю. Так. Так, куда теперь поехали? Мы поехали в бар. Погнали в бар. Может, там что-то дальше продолжится.
KGPL 20 Central Unit. The citizen reports a man with a gun on Grand between 4th and 5th. Any Central Unit identify?
Drink, fellas.
Phelps, Galloway, homicide. We need to ask you some questions concerning Evelyn Summers.
I'm Walter Mensch. Evelyn Summers, what is it now?
You knew Evelyn?
As well as I wanted to know Evelyn. She's a pain in the ass, always coming in here, cadging drinks, never had any money. She was in just a couple of nights ago.
Did she ever tell you where she was staying?
I don't know. I think she was living rough. She had that kind of stunk about her.
Who did she drink with?
A bunch of these guys. Ask her out.
What's your name?
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Mind if I ask you some questions, Mr. McCaffrey?
I'm just a starving writer, detective.
Внезапно.
Evelyn Summers, and why she was found beaten and strangled in the rail depot on Santa Fe.
Okay. I see your point.
How well did you know her?
I can't say that I knew her. It was more like I was aware of her.
Так,
You
давай
say you
человека.
barely knew Evelyn?
Yes, that is correct.
Сомнения.
I don't like you, McCaffrey. You look like someone who's trying too hard, like your whole life is some kind of performance. I think you need to give us something to get us out of your life.
I don't like you either, you pompous, stiff-necked patrician.
Ох ты,
You think I
сука.
don't see through you and all the other minions of the ruling class?
Сука, не угадал.
Do you have a criminal record, Mr. McCaffrey?
Nothing serious. I've had a few skirmishes.
Давай сомнения,
You want to
ладно.
save me some time, or do you want me to look up your file?
Industrial disputes, strikes, workers' rights, that kind of thing.
A regular fifth columnist. Nice to meet you, comrade.
Угу.
Did you see Evelyn last night?
No, I was at home, writing.
Ну, допустим.
Can anyone corroborate that?
Good choice of word. Am I a suspect?
Ебать ты умный.
McCaffrey,
Блять.
we're not finished with you. You had your chance to cooperate.
Сука. Ну, пиздец. Охуенно. И что мне теперь делать?
Car 11K, Car 11 King, come in. Car 11K, Car 11 King, KGPL.
11 King.
A message from Captain Donnelly. Return to Central, Code 2.
11 King, enter out.
А,
Let's not
о.
keep the man waiting, Phelps.
Ага. Ну, давай. Аж прям вызвали. Чтобы вызвать, надо, блять, нажать на X, сука, на клавиатуре, чтобы ответить. Ой. Ну ладно. Полетели. Сука, со всеми пообщался. Нихуя к убийце близко и не подошел, да? Да едь ты уже, блять, инвалид. Блять, я поехал и тут поехал. Ну. Заебали. Пойдет. Хуй развернешься. Ну, что мне сказать хотят?
Captain is downstairs with Ray Pinker and Carruthers.
I want to make homicide. You know you made it. Get that test.
Olive oil comes from olives. Where does baby oil go?
Ох, вы шо синхронистки мои, бля. В шляпах.
What's this about, Captain?
Ray and Mal have some concerns over the Henry and Muller cases, which I don't want aired outside of this room.
The evidence is solid, Captain.
I agree, Rusty. It's just that corpses keep piling up.
Copycats.
I've been banging the same drum. But the notes and the lipstick messages.
Evelyn Summers, Cartel Classic Carmine. Each woman, same brand, same color.
Teresa Terrelson didn't have a lipstick message.
Technically, you're right, Rusty. She didn't have any lipstick. But she did have a message. We found it beneath her dress, scraped with a sharp stick.
What did it say?
You sure you want to know?
Ray?
As far as we can be sure, it said cunt BD.
That's one way of looking at it.
Looking at what?
Cunt is all about access, Phelps. You're married, so yours is mortgaged. Some of us like to pay by installments. This guy doesn't like to pay at all.
Why are you so angry, Mal?
Because I just had to fire one of my assistants. He was a friend of Jameson's. God knows what he might have been up to.
Captain, we have good leads in the Summers case, but it's up to you to decide how we proceed.
Keep this under your hat for now. And to follow up on Evelyn Summers, I want daily reports.
We got our orders. Back to the Summers case. Get an address for McCaffrey. He'll have blown the bar. I'll meet you outside.
Wow, that looks like
А зачем мне звонить, если я, сука, в полицейском участке? Ну ладно.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address for a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Apartment 6, 126 Yale Street, between Ord and Alpine.
Thank you.
Угу.
Let me pose a question.
Depends. What you got to do with it?
Morals. Would it bother you to put the wrong person away?
Depends.
Итак, на этом мы серию закончим и продолжим искать обычных убийств, убить и серийного маньяка черного орхидеи в следующих сериях. Не переключаемся.